kiddos. Hi guys. Hey, good morning everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. Since I tried to show you guys the ducks the other day, I wanted to show you now. You can see there's so much rain that they can basically swim out in the yard now. So this is Quackers and the two cheese kids still hanging out together. But what's really exciting is there's a mama and some babies over there that are mallard ducks, just like Quackers. Hi! So any of you that are in Florida are aware that we got upgraded to a hurricane watch today. Anyone who's not, we've been kind of preparing for what we thought would be maybe a tropical storm. Now there's the potential that it's going to be a hurricane. So yesterday we actually already got all of our cats that have open air sections locked into their roof sections. And the interns worked very hard yesterday on going around and gathering everything that could blow around. So we're doing everything we can. Victor got our generators all ready to go, and they are over there by the rehab hospital in that trailer there. And we've also got food prep boarded up. Looks like it's probably gonna kind of start getting bad. I'm gonna turn around real quick. The other way you always know a storm is coming is this whole area out here by the party house gets some of the most incredible looking birds, and sometimes we get offshore birds, which is incredible because that tells you there's a bad storm out there. It's a very, very cool looking heron of some sort. All right, let me spin around and we'll go see some cats. I have a 45 to an hour long drive to and from, and unfortunately I cross a 6-mile bridge. So there is a very good chance that I will be heading out midday just to get home and get with my cat. My husband's a park ranger, so they have been handing out sandbags. They're closing all of the county parks. So just getting as ready as we can be. So let's head into the sanctuary. I know that it's basically the calm before the storm right now. There's hardly any wind. It's a little sunny, a little cloudy. It's a little bit cooler than it has been, not nearly as humid, but yep, when I woke up this morning and saw that it had become a hurricane watch, I shot out of bed and got over here so that we can see the cats and make sure that we're all good to go. I'm gonna have to get home and move a couple of things that I didn't get to move yesterday that it's outside of my house, so. But I've actually driven home before in such a bad storm that when I got home I discovered that I'd actually just driven through a tornado. So that was super awesome and terrifying. Oh, look at these girls already seeking higher ground. Hi, girls. Got Amanda and Aria. I'll just show them like this. So I'm gonna probably not do a lot of zooming on my phone today. I've noticed that every single time that my phone goes haywire and then I can't see what you guys are doing, it's always when I'm trying to zoom. So I'm not going to touch my screen. So if I miss something somebody says or you ask me to zoom in, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Oh, Ms. Aria. So everybody's going to have breakfast this morning as usual. We all made it through Irma, which was going to be a Cat 5 when it reached us a few years ago, and so we learned a lot of things. Come down very slowly, babe. So just better to be prepared, even if we do a bunch of stuff and it doesn't end up being as bad. At least we know we went the extra mile. So Miss Amanda, the feeders had just started to leave food prep when I started this up, so I'm sure we'll run into somebody. Lady. So a couple other things that did happen yesterday. You might know I texted Deb to let her know while I was doing evening meds yesterday, Aaron told me they were going to move Simba Tiger home. And that's because for at least the next 2 days, we have to do, all of our open air cats will be in their roof sections. And the roof section of Vacation Rotation is a lot smaller than all of Simba's home enclosure, which he would have access to. So we moved him home last night, so you might have seen it on Explore. He gets he's definitely the more chill, laid back Guatemala tiger, retiring from the circus life. However, he still gets very, very panicked and upset in small spaces. So you can't really lock him into a small space for long without him being very upset. So he would have just been in this section here. But instead, he is home now and he's gotten all of his home enclosure. So Jasmine will be in her roof section, which is where she already is. Hi, lady. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we do have live cameras all over property. Some are working, some are still not. With a big storm like this coming, there's a chance we could lose a few more. Don't panic about it. It does happen. But if you guys are interested in keeping an eye on the cameras during what should be Elsa coming through the area, then you can do that at bigcatcams.com. And thank you very, very much if anybody has donated, all of you guys that are sharing. We do have a page on our website that tells you all about how we get prepared for disasters. So, yeah, so while I was doing meds last night, they moved Simba Tiger home. That's when they went around and started pulling like all of the benches and anything that is outside that could get knocked around. We've been pulling down branches, picking up branches and things like that. We moved all the big tiger toys that could roll around. They're fine in the enclosures, but the ones that were on the tour path as a visual for guests and keepers, those have been moved. I always think what's scariest out of any of these storms is not necessarily the fact that it would be a hurricane or a tropical storm, it's the water spouts and the tornadoes that they spin off. To Miss Kali. Hi, honey. Well, you look nice and cozy. And a little sleepy. She's still waiting on breakfast. We have far less volunteers today than normal. Not sure if that's out of preparation for the storm or not, but that is why yesterday we got a huge jump on the things that we were going to do. I do believe that we have to keep the meds schedule basically the same because everybody requires it, so many hours apart. But there just might be multiple people trying to get it done. I might go out and work with the pickier cats first, things like that. So now that Simba is home, he has access to all of this. So the worst of it's supposed to start probably around noon or so today. The worst of it, unfortunately, the way it always is going to be overnight and into tomorrow morning. So there's a chance I will not be driving across the bridge in the morning, but may come over as soon as I know it's safe. A little worried just because my drive, I crossed the Howard Franklin Bridge and that's like a 6-mile bridge. Hi! Now here's Simba, all home and happy. Wow. But anyway, they are adding a lane to it. And so it's been under like crazy construction for a while now. And the eerie part is yesterday on my drive home, they have started preparing because basically every orange cone is now gone, and they've moved like all the porta potties and all the big equipment, and all of it is gone and looked like a ghost town. And I was like, oh Lord, that's a little eerie. So all of our cats here at Big Cat Rescue have dens, big concrete dens, and they usually have multiple of them. So many of them have 3, 4, or 5 of them. They also have big wooden platforms so that they can get high and dry on if they want or need. The tigers love the rain, so unless you've seen, there was a video a couple years back, I think it was right before Irma, maybe. It was the day before Walkabout that year. And basically, we did have a tornado come through property, and Carol combined all of the footage from all of our cameras that we have on property and showed you what all of the cats did. And all of our tigers, like, they knew right away, like, okay, something weird's happening, and they all went into like their concrete dens. So they know how to shelter. Here's a Kimba. There goes the Kimba. I don't want to get close to him because I'm not the one here to feed him. Maybe he's already been fed. Hold on, is his door up? Yeah, his door's up. Let's see. Hi, Kimba. I don't think that I've seen you recently. Yep, he's already been fed. You can always tell when a tiger here's been fed because their lockout door will be back up and there will be remnants on the plate. Hi! Oh, thank you. That was very nice of you. That was a very good chuff, my boy. Oh, 2 chuffs. All right. Good deal. Where's Maxie? Let's go see Max real quick. So it just goes to show you never know. Oh, it's very soppy over here. Good thing I put my boots on. This is pre-storm. We've been getting a lot of super torrential rain recently. But again, you can see he's dry. It's just where the keepers walk. Hi, Maxie. So these boys have already eaten, so now it's time to groom. So thank you to anybody who's been posting the link to our disaster preparations that we do. You're so handsome. Really not much left to do today besides get everybody fed and get any of the outdoor stuff done by noon. Lauren's our coordinator today, so she's trying to make sure that everybody can be safely indoors or safely at home, but yet the cats still get everything that they need today. Thank you, my sir. I really appreciate the 2 chuffs. That's gonna bring me great comfort today. All right. I had to be the bad guy with Nikita last night, though. During Ned's, I had to shift her into her roof section. But don't you worry, she got a lot of extra turkey. I also had to get Dez and his. Most people know this already, but Dez actually is a 3-legged serval, and he has a whole area of his enclosure that is open air. You can't have most of the small cats in an open air section like that because of climbing, but Dez does not climb. So Dez is in here, and he's got a nice big concrete den that he can be in. Again, you can see everything is a little bit sloped, so the insides of their enclosures are very dry, but then there's a lot of ditches like this that span the whole area where all of that water can run off. Now, when it drops all at once, of course, there's going to be a little bit of water everywhere, but it does drain out. And I guess it's a good thing the lake was so low all year so far until recently. So it's gonna fill up now. So I guess it goes without saying, Manny's pool has yet again had another delay, weather delay. And we also will not be putting watermelons in, at least in the next day or so. So everybody's out getting everybody fed, all of our picky cats, cats that don't like the rain. Barbara's over here with Beecher. Beecher will be staying in Funcation. He has not been moved home yet. He's just having his breakfast. Breakfast with Barbara and Beecher. So cute. Mr. Zucari. Hi, Zoot Zoot. What you doing? Cute boy. You cute boy. You already had breakfast, I can tell. Yes, you did. Don't make me feel bad. Yeah, a lot of us spent last night and this morning checking out videos of the bands coming through Cuba and approaching the Keys, and it's some scary stuff. We're gonna get some Coolaroo action? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, let's see. There's a Hutch back there. Hi, Hutchkins. So again, you guys can keep up with us at bigcatcams.com. Since Carol and everybody else lives so much closer than I do, there's a good chance if there's anything that needs to be shared or covered that Carol will probably be posting some stuff. She has her own Instagram. She, I think, is the one doing our TikTok right now as well. And then she obviously can do Facebook Lives as well. I know they were doing that during Irma, but Irma was definitely a much more significant storm. It was, I think it was supposed to be a 5 when it hit, but it might have gone down to a 4, Cat 4 that time. I don't know, I kind of tried to block it out. That was horrific. Did not have power at home for a week and a half. And it was brutally hot too. Here's a Nabisco. I went live with Nabisco and Flint yesterday for a few minutes on our Instagram. Been trying to do that. I might try to do one more little like hangout today right before I leave property, but it would be a little bit earlier than normal. And there's Flint. And in the background, way up on top of that box, you can see Dryden again. Dryden really likes being up there in the mornings. It's very silly new behavior. So thank you again to anybody who's sharing this, all of you guys that are helping out in the comments by posting links. What is Flint doing? He's like, what's in here? And we really, really appreciate any of the donations that you guys have given. Really appreciate it. No, the kitten cabana is pretty solid. I don't know that they're going to do anything extra with him. There's a potential that they might put him in a crate overnight, but probably still in there. These are all the kind of last minute things that we're still working out and discussing as we're watching the weather, because we don't want to panic and just lock everyone into, you know, various situations. Like, up until yesterday, we didn't really even know the extent of it, and now this morning it's been upgraded to a hurricane watch, so that we just change our plans with the weather plans, because that's why so many people live on property or near property. Well, everybody that's eaten over here has already retreated. And we kind of hung out in this front section yesterday. If you missed it, we saw Loki yesterday. You can see all the water from last night's heavy downpour. It's not fun for the keepers, but it's fine for the cats. You don't have to be in it. Tut's cage is all nice and dry. Just get into it, you pretty much have to swim there. So let's go up front here and see what Priya and Duchess might be doing. I'll show you food prep. It's always eerie when we board that up. There's Miss Duchess. So Duchess is in her roof section. She'll be there until after the storm passes and we've walked all the enclosures and know that it is safe. And same thing with Miss Priya, who's probably already in her den. Oh, close. Hi, Priyas! You yelled at me this morning, and that was hilarious. Yes, you did. I was sitting here taking a text conversation back and forth, and I went to drive away, and she stood up on the side of the cage and roared at me because I sat there too long and did not give her food. So this is Priya. So again, Priya's in a roof section. 4x4 galvanized steel, and then she's got nice concrete den there. Because if any one of these trees was to come down during a storm, we wouldn't want it to create a big open hole in the side of the enclosure that they can get out of. So the roof sections are designed to crumple inward and create a blockage instead of busting wide open. And also, if they were in the open air section, these trees could create a ramp out. Clearly, that is not what we want. So, food prep on the main window, all boarded up. Hospitals and stuff are good with all that hurricane glass. They did start picking up anything that was loose around property, like benches and trash cans and all that kind of stuff, and it is all housed over here in this white tent. So, all we can do now is just wait, and we'll keep adjusting our plan as we keep watching the forecast. Yep, food prep does have a brand new door with hurricane glass, so we don't need to board that up. Gift shop's in pretty good condition, but there's not a whole lot going on in there anyway, so. Miss Priya, very silly. So again, you guys can donate here on this live. We really appreciate it. We are still closed to the public. There's the kitten cabana we were talking about. Mr. Simba's in there. Here's a Servy girl. Oh, Servy got her new pump. So her water's flowing again, just so you guys know. Thank you guys very much. We got very close. We didn't actually fund that all the way, but we got very close. Hi, Servy Serves. My goodness. She's like, okay, bye. She's watching all the birds. We've got some really big egrets that are flying around the lake right now. Well, we managed to see a whole lot of cats today, actually. If you came in late or missed this from the beginning, we actually started out all the way out by my office, the party house, so that I could finally show you guys the ducks. So we checked in with Quackers and the Cheese Kids. Let's take one more little pass through here and see. I think the animals can usually feel it. We can be as prepared as humanly possible, and it could still, you just never know what the forecast is really going to do. We've had some insanely rogue random thunderstorms that had no warnings whatsoever that created tornadoes, so you know, we do our best. And we'll all be here to pick up the pieces. I think during Irma we luckily only lost one major tree that hit the gift shop. Oh, I hear a Nikki. I knew she'd stop as soon as she saw me. No, let it out, lady. I'm with you. Whoa. I was with you, babe. I was with you. You're very wet. You don't seem to mind the rain. You didn't seem to mind the rain, babe. So again, Nikita closed in her roof section because she has an open air section on this side. Whoa. I didn't mean to interrupt what you were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt. I wish you hadn't. So I think this is where we're going to end for today. You can rewatch this at dailybigcat.com or right here on Facebook. I might try to do another little live drive around over on Instagram before I leave. But you guys can watch bigcatcams.com if you want to see any of the live cameras that are currently functioning. Watch our rehab babes. You're very wet. Oh, baby. You're a 20-year-old lioness right here. And the longer I stand here, the more grouchy she's gonna get because she wants me to open that door. We can't, babe. There's a storm coming. Okay? Tomorrow, though, hopefully. Tomorrow, though, babe. All right, well, thank you guys very much for all of your well wishes. Thank you guys for any donations that came through. Help us prepare for the unpredictable. And weather permitting, I hopefully will make it back over here tomorrow to check back in with you guys. So take care, everybody. Oh, thanks, lady.